Cannabis.
Sativa.
Dope.
Indica.
Weed.
Leaf.
This is Leaf Life.
All things cannabis for all people.
Now, here are your hosts, Ricker and the Bearded Lorax.
We publish a free magazine called The Leaf, and it's available in print in 13 states at your local cannabis retailer. You can also pick it up online at leafmagazines.com, figuratively. I'm Mike Ricker, and I'm your host of Leaf Life with my co-host, Wes Abney, who also goes as the Bearded Lorax.
I speak for the trees.
And there's Stashley.
The token female.
And Mary J. White.
The smoking female.
One of the most dangerous ways to earn a living is to brave the ocean's elements to plunder her expansive bounty. But there's not a body of water more dangerous than the Bering Sea. And although these waters are in federal jurisdiction, cannabis is surprisingly very commonly used by the unique proprietors of this back-breaking trade. This is commercial fishing in Alaska.
Welcome to the headiest catch.
Oh my.
Our first segment is Survival is Real. And the second segment, Fishermen are Potheads. Go figure. But before we got educated, we gotta get medicated. So let's get stoned. All right. Oh, we're about to light it up, man. This is how it goes. How you feeling, Mike?
I'm feeling good, brother.
All right, baby, here we go. So now, wherever your day has led you out there in listener land, now it's time to fire up, chew up, or drink up and get in the mood as we introduce this show's Greg the Guinea Pig.
Hi, I'm Greg, and Ricker used to try his weed out on me. But now it's someone else's turn to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, the old Greg the Guinea Pig. Man, you hear that cough there, Wes? He got a big old fat bong rip, man.
Sounds like his lungs are resonated.
Poor little guy.
So, today's Greg the Guinea Pig has spent 20 years in the Bering Sea working as a long-line fisherman. His name is Michael King. Michael, welcome to the Leaf Life Podcast, bro.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Having me here.
All right, man. So, you don't look like you've been smoking any weed, although I know you have.
Oh, no. I start
all day, every day.
All day.
Well,
yeah.
Let's get you even stoneder.
Okay.
That's a word, by the way.
Let's see if you
spin
can.
Stash's wheel and see what we got in Stash's stash.
And now, what's in Stash's stash? Will it land on the Nug Jug, the dab saucer, the vape cart, the edible, the infused drink, the inhaler, or the suppository?
You never know, brother.
I picked a Nug Jug. This is from the Saints brand in Washington State, and it's Anunnaki.
I tell you, Stash
Anunnaki.
knows her shit about weed because every time she opens that stash, there's another brand that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Look at Michael King, man, wasting no time,
Lord
just
have,
chugging.
look at him. Damn.
Jesus, hot box in the room. Ooh.
I'm jealous.
Me too.
And the XL. Oh, he's blowing smoke rings, Mary.
He's
Look at
fancy. Look
Great.
at you.
very well uniformed smoke rings. Nice.
Nice.
I could
Wow.
do doubles every once in a while.
Really?
Oh,
Nice,
Wow, you're
bro.
talented.
I am multi-talented.
There you go. And one of his talents is getting on that fishing boat and pulling in those swimmers. And the dude has been doing it for 20 years. Can you imagine 20 years
No.
working on the fishing industry up in Alaska?
Off and on.
That's
Is it
Off and
still
on. It's been
feeling
off
in
and
your
on,
fingers?
actually. But yeah. Yeah.
Or is it just like perpetually
your
gone?
stuff will seize up on you. I mean, you will just like people wake up. You'll wake up with your hands just seized.
Yeah.
So and numb, completely numb. So you'll be sitting here and you'll slam your hands up against the wall or something, And really, I started using Tiger Balm there for a minute, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
an infused topical.
yeah, but then that dragon, stuff.
Dragon Balm.
Dragon Balm. Oh my God, it saved me out there, And I was telling all my homies, I'm like, dude, this dragon shit's fire. I was like, dude, it's way better than that Tiger Balm shit.
Right. Because it's
That's not what you
infused.
expect. Like
It
these
isn't.
hardcore fishermen being like, pass me the hand cream.
Yeah, but honestly, dude, like I broke a rib out there and you still have to work. Like you work with injuries. I shattered my pinky, I broke a rib and I'm still working a couple months out there. Like I don't get to go back.
Play through the pain, baby.
Yeah, it's real.
But, survival surviving is real out there. It is a very perilous profession to undertake, and that's why you get
I got
paid
all my digits, bro. To be honest with you, for real.
I mean, look, you could fall over into the drink, and hypothermia sets in within 2 minutes. I mean, you've seen guys pass, I'm sure. Tell me about like some of your experiences out there and how hardcore it is.
So, you know, I was working for Blue North Fisheries. I won't say which boat I was on, but it was basically my second trip out there, and we're taking 50 to 45 degree rolls all the time. It was even in some of the calmest weather.
Big seas.
Yeah, well, it didn't even matter with the big seas because this company decided not to take the rolling chocks and put them back on the boat. So it was insane. You know, you're sitting there and you're parting the line too because the boat's violently going back and forth. A lot of people got injured on that trip. My little brother was actually there with me, and we'd be pushing what we call mags, and those are like 1,000 pounds that you're pushing, and that's all the gear with the hooks, with the ganyons, and the ground line. That's all coiled up. And you're pushing them in, and there are these things that you call trunks that you actually put the mags on, and then you push them into a bay, right? Well, when you're taking those 50-degree rolls, they go back and you can't stop them.
Yeah.
Right,
you can't. There's nothing you can do but like try to run, duck underneath it, whatever.
Yeah,
Otherwise
duck.
you get pinned. I mean, I did. My brother and I both have got pinned where we got blasted right with like 1,000 pounds on our chest and up against the, you know, the bulkhead. God. I mean, I tell you, I've been blasted by waves so hard where I shattered my elbow. I mean,
Ow.
yeah.
What's it all
insane.
about? I mean, you guys are fishing depending on the season.
Yeah, the rough season's, you know, wintertime. You know, summer's, you know, cake, they call it, you know, like that's when all the greenhorns come around and everything, and you're training in bee season.
That was me, dude. I went up there for a summer and worked in the fishing industry back in the day, like right after I graduated from college. And it was a completely foreign environment for me. I was this college boy that just got out and like, hey, I'm going to go make a bunch of money in the Alaska fishing industry because it's a gold mine, right?
Yeah.
But you realize that you don't fit in, man. But a cat like you made a life out of it. And dealing with the perils of the sea, it's kind of in your blood, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the adrenaline rush, man.
Wow.
I love it when the waves are crashed. Like my favorite time out with the rollers when it's the nastiest. I fucking love it.
And what's like one
Sorry
of the,
for the language.
No, you
no,
can say
it's
fuck all you
okay.
want here, bro. You know, what are some of the most memorable events in your career up there?
Yeah.
You've dealt with some major shit.
The two worst storms in Dutch Harbor history, I've been at the Roller Man, and we had to like cut the line, you know, and bag off is what we call it.
What's that mean?
That means you cut the line that you're hauling the fish up on, you tie it off, and you put anchor and buoy.
So the fish drags behind the boat in the water?
No, we set your long line. How you long line is you pretty much you set a flag, 2 bags, and a ground line. You know, it goes down to the anchor, right?
Yeah.
So it all depends on what fathoms that we're fishing in is where we would have the line go to the, you know, anchor, you know, to simplify it for you guys. And then the rest of it, we set it in the stern. It goes out, chunk out of a master baiter, and it's automatic baiter that a guy sits there.
Wait, what?
What's that?
That would be a
Yeah, it's a master baiter. Yes, they call it. I've been called the master baiter.
Yes, I didn't know that you fished in Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds quite handy.
A lot of
Yeah,
repetitive
I was told not to
movements.
share some stories, but I mean,
can share
I
them
got
all,
them all. Well, all right. Well, maybe for next time.
So you send the line out, and they can go for miles, right?
Miles, bro. We can
Yeah.
set gear for miles and miles and miles, and we're
thousands
hauling
of
it
hooks.
and thousands of hooks. It usually takes us certain boats like 4 to 5 hours to set all of our gear, and it takes us all day to haul it back up.
So then if there's a storm, you have to like get rid of all
You
that?
No. We're all the fish are still good. We
Okay.
just need to cut it and get an anchor out,
Okay.
throw the bag and flag and get the F out of there over by
Right.
like the islands, and we'll go into the island where the weather's actually hitting the opposite side, so we're hiding from the weather.
Right. But
That's
you can
what
go
most of the-
back and get the stuff.
Yes. We'll go back and get it.
Okay.
That's
well,
the same
do
thing.
Do that, and then just hide behind the islands more.
Well, that's the problem is, you know, when you're on the fish,
Yeah.
the captains typically want to keep on fishing.
Captains are so uptight.
Well, I mean, that's the game, you know. Everybody's it's competition out there, you know. You're playing with the big boys, you know.
What do you mostly fish? Are you doing pollock? Or?
No, This is a pea cod.
Pea
Yeah,
cod.
Pacific cod. They call it Pacific cod,
okay.
pea cod.
All right.
They got the little whiskers. They're ugly, but
But
they
they're
taste. They're
delicious.
flaky and delicious. Yes,
Yeah.
they're absolutely. I
And
love
is that
it.
fishery surviving?
Yes, it's still kind of striving. I think all industries are. They're all hatcheries now. To be honest with you, I want to say that it is a dying industry. I want to say it is. It really is. I don't think a lot of fish and all the draggers and everything that are destroying all the other habitats are really ruining it for all the other guys that are just having a fish, with a hook with bait.
Right. Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
And China is like rampantly overfishing all over the world, running entire illegal fleets.
It's just destroying
So are the
habitats.
Russians, where they just they don't care.
Yeah.
The Russians are
international
lighting off
treaties.
fucking bombs under the water and all sorts of shit, man. I don't know if you guys even heard anything about that. but
Why?
They're testing bombs under the. We don't get to know.
Oh.
And that just ruins the habitat.
Oh fuck! They actually they did bombs on United soil. There were fishermen that were fishing on our side, and the Russian fleet told them to get the fuck out of there because they were dropping bombs underwater.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
That's really hard on the fish, too, isn't it? When you
Well,
bomb
yeah.
them? I mean,
The whole ecosystem.
Well, what do you think's going to happen like that? That's like a huge echo, right? Like it's just like knocking on a fucking tank to a fish. What's going to happen?
die.
And our crab, king crab, is dying off, and that's a real thing. King crab is going bye bye. They're saying they all fell off the ledge and they all went over on the Russian border, but we're overfishing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So we're overpopulated. Everybody knows it.
yep. Quit having so many babies. Just
Yeah.
replace yourself.
I'm one of those.
Yeah.
Me too, man.
I got 5.
Oh, stop
Shit
yourself.
should be illegal, man. I mean, it is illegal. But that's why we're going to play the game. Legalize it. All right.
Good.
But I got it fixed. I got it fixed. I got her done
Good,
finally.
because 5 is, a lot.
Finally cut the long line.
I have the
From the Who's the Dipshit Who Came Up With This Law file. You gotta wonder how some of these laws were even passed.
That's looking badass. What, we got some more
Is
fire?
legalize it.
All right. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
It's true. Some states are still partying like it's 1899. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. This is called legalize it, bro. It's like weird legal things that need to be changed. Archaic laws. Number 1. In Alabama, you may not have this melty, lickable treat in your back pocket at any given time. Yeah.
Melty.
Lickable treat.
Yeah. It's
In
illegal.
your back pocket.
In your back pocket.
Melty.
Illegal to have
Melty. I mean,
it.
is
In
it,
Alabama, bro.
is it like a fucking like marijuana lollipop or some shit? Or?
No, that's incorrect.
Yeah.
It's an ice cream cone.
It's an ice cream cone.
Well, who the fuck would put an ice cream cone in their goddamn back pocket? They're fucking retarded.
Bro, it's the law.
Come on.
I guess.
All right, number 2. In Alaska, these bouncy animals are never allowed in a barber shop.
Say that again?
Yeah. In the state of Alaska, these bouncy animals are never allowed in a barber shop.
Fucking a bunny?
No, that's a good guess, but that's incorrect.
Kangaroo?
The answer is a kangaroo.
Shut the fuck up. In Alaska?
Yeah, you cannot have a kangaroo in a barber shop.
It's the law, man.
I was gonna say fucking kangaroo too, but I was like, no way, a bunny. Like who the fuck would have a kangaroo?
You know, it only takes one to ruin it for everybody, right?
Right, and that's facts right there. We're gonna talk about that too. There you go. Yeah.
All right, number 3. In this Pacific Northwest state, not only are lollipops banned, but it is also prohibited to ride an ugly horse.
Which state?
Which state?
In the PNW.
I don't know. Arizona?
No, that's not the. Yeah, that's a double wrong. That's there you go.
I would guess Idaho. They suck.
I'd say
No, the state is
Oregon.
Washington.
Shut the fuck.
Ride an ugly horse.
Wait a minute.
It's
Lollipops?
against the law, Mary.
What if I want an ugly horse?
What if I
You're
love
going
my
to jail.
uncle?
What about those little ugly dogs, though?
That's
That's
different.
legal.
Own them.
Yeah,
That's
but you
legal.
don't ride them.
If you go to Enum Claw, you can do other things with a horse.
Oh,
Very true.
I'm going to fight that law.
I mean, my first guess was New York, you know, because I was thinking New York.
Yeah, but I said
because they're
Pacific
really
Northwest.
kind of stuck up over there, aren't they? A little bit, you know, too many rich people over there.
Yeah, your
Oh,
horse
sweetie,
is
there's
ugly.
too many
Get
rich people.
the hell out of here.
Hey, if you want to discover cannabis news, reviews, entertainment, and culture, and explore every Leaf magazine at your convenience, search leafmagazines.com. Coming up in our second segment, we'll dive into how many of the fishermen use cannabis to deal with the stresses, and we'll get another spin of Stash's wheel and kick it all off with another episode of Why Didn't I Think of That? Leaf Life continues in just a moment.
Your hosts for Leaf Life are Mike Ricker and Wes Abney. Leaf Life is produced by Mike Daly. Some of the music heard is provided by purple-planet.com. Every bit of cannabis you use is female, so please respect the ladies.
Leaf Life is brought to you by Leaf Nation, featuring Alaska Leaf, Oregon Leaf, Northwest Leaf, Northeast Leaf, Maryland Leaf, Amsterdam Leaf, and California Leaf. On the shelf now in your local retailer.
These products have intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. For use by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
Some of the wardrobe, including Ricker or Wes's sick lids, is provided by Grassroots California. Check out the dopeness at grassrootscalifornia.com.